Caitlyn Clark is becoming a signature, and Steph Curry is writing his own. Today, we're going to discuss Caitlyn Clark's historic signature shoe deal with Nike and Steph Curry's bold move to leave Under Armour. Both stories are packed with lessons on how athletes are transforming from performers into owners. Welcome into Business Athletes, the show where we teach athletes how to move beyond their game into becoming a platform and then owning their product. I'm Jedidiah Collins, former NFL, current certified financial planner, and your fullback of finance. Today, we're diving into two game-changing stories, so let's get into it. Up first, Caitlyn Clark's signature shoe deal. Back in April 2024, Clark signed an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike. That is a massive milestone, especially for a female athlete. By August of this year, 2025, she was officially introduced as Nike signature athlete with her own CC logo and a signature shoe coming out next year in 2026, as well as some exclusive apparel. Any of that apparel that has been teased out online has already been selling out. Why does all this matter? Well, the signature shoe deals are a hallmark of legendary status in sports. Think of the biggest one, Michael Jordan and the Jordan brand with Nike. When Nike invests in your brand by creating a signature shoe, that's a signal. You have transcended your sport as more than an athlete, and you are now being seen as a true business. This is where the business athlete framework becomes very clear. It begins with performance. Clark's dominance on the court in college at Iowa captured the attention to the likes which has never been seen in female sports. Viewership on her games not only rivaled, but beat men's sports games on TV. Now, as she has transitioned into the WNBA, her Indiana Fever are a sellout wherever she or they go. Up next, after performance, is your platform. Her influence, social following, and cultural impact doubled overnight. And then again, and then again. Today, she is the face of the WNBA and truly women's basketball, and is an inspiration to young females and athletes across the world. This is where her voice became so valuable. Then we move from performance to platform and eventually to the business product. This is her signature shoe, which turns her personal brand into a revenue vehicle. This is the turn from fame to fortune as she begins to use her platform and her performance to become a business, stretching her value far beyond her playing days and setting her legacy up for many years to come. Clark's signature shoe in 2026 is not just a sneaker, but watch the brand and the ecosystem she begins to build with it. For young athletes and brand builders, her journey teaches us first to start early. There are stories of her playing against older boys' teams throughout her childhood, which is the beginning of her legendary status. Then use your performance to amplify your audience. It doesn't hurt to set some NCAA scoring records along the way. And then think ahead about the products that will connect to your brand, sneakers and merchandising, but mostly what is going to extend your influence. And as we look at Caitlyn Clark becoming the face of a brand, a global brand like Nike, let's shift gears to Steph Curry, who after 13 years is separating from Under Armour. Steph announced plans to part ways with his Curry brand in early 2026, aiming to build an independent, purpose-driven ecosystem. Emphasis on the purpose-driven. What does Curry's brand have in mind for that purpose? This isn't just about shoes, it's about ownership. Curry's move signals a strategic evolution that he's not just an athlete or product anymore, he is truly an architect of his own business. Was his performance there? Yeah, guy is the legendary, possibly greatest shooter to ever pick up a basketball. Does he have a platform? A global platform, but now he is pursuing ownership of his own business, his design, his distribution, and his cultural impact. This shift aligns perfectly with the performance, platform, product, and ownership framework business athletes are trying to build. Curry's performance built a massive platform. His product sales have made Under Armour a lot of money, as well as expanding his influence. But now he's creating a brand that extends beyond the court or even a corporate partner. He wants to have sportswear, community initiatives, technology, NIL, and more while positioning himself for legacy and long-term ownership. The final shoe between Curry and Under Armour, the Curry 13, drops in early 2026, and a few final colorways will roll out after that in October. But then Curry becomes a free agent in the marketing world. Under Armour has been struggling financially and is restructuring its entire business platform. Their leadership publicly stated they need to refocus on the core Under Armour brand. That means trimming complexities, cutting side ventures, and stepping away from sub-brands like the Curry brand. And as powerful as the Curry brand has been, it didn't align with their new lean strategy moving forward. Businesses have to make business decisions, and while maybe not everybody agreed or liked this one, it was best for Under Armour and for Curry at the time. Steph spoke highly of his relationship with Under Armour, but he's also made it clear he wants more control, more creativity, and more long-term vision that expands beyond just a sneaker company. He's not just a signature athlete anymore. He's a brand architect all in its own. Maybe Caitlyn will take messages from Steph, and in a decade, she may break out and have her own empire, but for now, she is helping build another's. Steph is taking that risk and becoming the entrepreneur to build his own dream. The crossroads and takeaways, well, what do these stories have in common? Both Caitlyn Clark and Steph Curry show us that winning is important in sports. Performance is the beginning. But it's about building a brand, creating products, and then gaining ownership of not just your voice, but around everything your business and brand stand for. One athlete is looking forward to her long career and asking, who can I be the face of to best help me along the way? One athlete is now looking backward at their long storied career and asking, how do I move beyond being the face for someone else? Both vital, important questions. The athletes who succeed long term won't just be the superstars. They'll be the entrepreneurs, founders, and owners as business athletes. Caitlyn Clark and Steph Curry remind us the game is evolving. Be strategic, build your voice, and don't just play the game, own it. Thanks for tuning into Business Athletes. Remember, whether you're a rising star or a seasoned pro, your performance is the foundation. Your platform, product, and ownership are what will truly create your legacy. Until the next episode, keep speaking money and acting wealthy.